Hi everyone, this is a reading for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio. This is for the last week of May, but if you see this video, um, next year or 6 months after I posted this, then maybe the message is very much on time for when you found it. Scorpio. What do we need to tell Scorpio? Okay, you're about to receive a message or messages, or probably a package, a parcel, or a news, some kind of news, and a breakthrough, potentially a breakthrough. What is this breakthrough or message, or maybe multiple messages or phone calls, emails? What is this about? You might be dealing with a fire sign. A fire sign. The fire sign is leaving something behind. The Queen of Wands, feminine energy, is leaving something behind that's no longer fulfilling her, that's no longer satisfying for her. She's abandoning something, but that is because it no longer makes her happy, and she's moving towards her Ace of Cups, this new beginning, an emotional new beginning that brings more joy and fulfillment to her heart. And this is the hand of God, or potentially an actual offer from another person. As I said, Eight of Wands, breakthrough messages, positive news, probably a news of travel. This could literally mean to say the Queen of Wands is thinking of leaving her home or an old career, an old job behind. There's an actual physical movement with the Eight of Wands. So news, travel, a new beginning, breakthrough, breaking through a fence or a barrier. Okay, you could be a Scorpio with an intense, fiery, passionate energy of the Queen of Wands. Okay, you're fearless. There's a sense of fearlessness here. Now let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Cups. What is this Ace of Cups about? Is this a new beginning in love, or probably a new love in terms of a new commitment when it comes to work, career, finance? A new job is a new love as well, isn't it? You found a joyful start. Ace of Cups, Justice. Okay, this is about what brings you balance. With the Justice card, I always pull my shirt back because I always wear something around neck, and it always ends up strangling me. Anyway, this is about the truth. This is about balance, harmony. I feel like this is you finally going for what's right, finally speaking your truth, that you know what, this is what actually makes me happy, and I'm gonna go for it. It's now or never. I don't know if this is you giving a breakthrough to yourself, finally giving yourself a go signal. You know what, go for that, go for it. There's a sense of fearlessness with the Queen of Wands. So that's what I'm getting here. There's no more fear here. It's just you creating it's like you're creating a pathway for yourself. You buying your own ticket, you getting on the plane. Nobody did this for you. It's not a simple message that's coming to you. You're actually going to move forward on your own accord, in your own timing. You made this yourself. You didn't give up, and now you're speaking your truth. You're doing something because that's what you think is right for you. And this is about your harm. This is about what brings you joy, what brings you harmony, balance. The scale that the judge is holding is this one, and this is your truth. This is your truth with the sword upright. This is what brings me joy. I'd rather be a baker than a nutritionist, dietitian in the hospital, or I'd rather own my own cafe. I'd rather do my own thing. I'd rather be a gardener than to be a doctor. These kinds of things. You're speaking your truth. And to you, it's very clear to you that this is what brings you fulfillment, joy. And in return, it's going to give you balance. But there's a necessity for you to walk away from something that used to bring you a good level of pay, a good salary, pension, insurance, the reputation is there. You're probably walking away from a situation, from a relationship that no longer brings you joy. But before, you used to think that this is all that you have. You used to think that this is it. This is what life is about. Why did I say about? You used to think that this is what life is about, having 3 children, having a dog, having a car, like the American dream, isn't it? A big garden. Sorry, I know I'm in the UK, but I'm just using the term the American dream because honestly, I've been here in the UK for 10 years, but I don't know what a British dream is. It's not, as opposed to American dream. I think everybody knows, even the ones who live in Asia or in Europe, they know what American dream means. So I'm just using that term in a general sense. You used to think whatever you used to have or currently have, you thought that that was your dream, because that's what your parents what do you call this, your parents submitted you to that kind of conditioning that, oh, if once you have your own car, your own mortgage, your dog, your husband, your wife, kids, that's it. That's what the satisfying life is. And then now you're now realizing, you know what, no, I don't like this. This is what you like for me, but I don't like this for myself. And you're just realizing it now. Maybe you have your own family. I'm not saying abandon your kids, but I think it's either a physical movement, abandonment of what used to make you happy, but you currently have this, okay? You currently have this abandonment of a thought, of a life that you thought was for you, okay? You could, as I said, you could be physically moving away, or this is like a serious contemplation in your life. And in in a general sense, the 8 of Wands is like a breakthrough here in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to buy this ticket, I'm going to apply for this job. I don't know what to do, but I know that I'm not happy with what I have. Okay, I've had this for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. You've had your family for 20 years, and now maybe your son has reached 18 years, has stepped out of the house, has his own job, has his own girlfriend, and moving on to his own place. And you're like, okay, maybe it's time for me to walk away. Maybe that means walking away from a partner, a job that pays well. Look, this is eight of cups, and these cups are not ordinary cups. These cups are golden chalices. These are not just ordinary plastic cups or tumblers, okay? I'm just saying you're leaving something behind, but whatever you're leaving behind, it's not because you just decided out of the, it's like an overnight dream or a whim, out of whim. This has been bothering you ever since, for as long as you could think of. Ever since, maybe even when you were young, you've always had this dream. I've always wanted to be a theater actor, a script writer, a producer, a movie actor. I've always wanted to be in the big screen. You've always wanted to act or maybe play instrument, be in the bigger stage than just working in a dungeon, being in the warehouse, leaving the house at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and then coming back, leaving when it's dark and coming back when it's dark. You realize that this is not the life you wanted. The intensity could vary from one person to another. You could be leaving something really good, and at the same time you could be really leaving something behind that you thought was good enough for you before. Like, I can imagine someone thinking that, oh, so long as I have a roof over my head and I have a car to go around, I shop for food every week, that's good. And then there's a sudden realization. You're picking up on something here that, you know what? I'm not satisfied with this. It no longer satisfies me. It could be a big thing, as I said, 8 golden chalices. It could be a big thing, or it could be something that you thought was big, was already big for you. And then now, as you evolve into someone different, because we evolve for the better, sometimes for the worse, you realize, you know what? I don't want to stay in this factory job. I don't want to stay as a nurse. I don't want to stay um, as a baker for a bake shop that I don't even own. I want to have my own. I want to build my own road. I want to create my own job, my own income from my own hands. And this is you, as I said, it's like a breakthrough that you're giving to yourself. But this is a beginning. This is a beginning, and even the Ace of Cups is from the hand of God. Okay, because I was trying to explain whether or not is it coming from a separate person? Is there anyone who's gonna give you a new love, a profound joy, a more meaningful career, a more meaningful connection? But no, I feel like when I saw the Justice and the Nine of Wands, this is someone who didn't give up the fight despite being a wounded soldier. Okay, you didn't give up the fight, and you fought for what is right and what's giving you the harmony and balance. Just look at the scale. And there's a pride and honor and dignity with the Nine of Wands. I can imagine a farmer who didn't give in to temptation of selling his land to a rich corporation just so they can take hectares and hectares of his land. This is what I'm getting here. I fought for this out of my pride, and maybe my ancestors' DNA, my dad's legacy. This is what I'm getting here. For those people who read tarot cards as well, the cards have their own meaning. When you first learn how to read tarot cards, it's like in money, it has a denomination. 10 pounds, $10, $1 bill, 5 pounds, €1 coin, these kinds of things. But with tarot cards, as you dig deeper into a story, it becomes more, what do you call this, it becomes more obvious. The energy becomes more transparent as you dig deeper into it. And I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody else is reading tarot cards out there, but I'm guessing you do as well, because not everyone is just viewing. When you lay down the cards, the fixed denomination of the cards is actually blocking you from interpreting the general energy. Like, as I said, the Ace of Cups has its own meaning. But as you dig deeper into it, as you dig deeper into the story, and when you talk like this, you're recording a video, the energy flows. It just keeps forming. It just keeps forming. And the more cards you put, sometimes, the more story unfolds, the more people, the more energies of people or situation becomes more evident. So, anyway, sorry, I tend to talk too much, so I have to stop. Yeah, so I feel like for most of you, Scorpio, and if you're not a Scorpio and you can resonate with the reading, claim it. Okay, I don't think there's a coincidence whatsoever. With the Magician here under the Ace of Cups, I knew right then and there when I saw the Magician under the Ace of Cups, I feel like I'm giving this to myself. This is you, Scorpio, giving. I'm hearing the words benefit of the doubt. I don't know exactly how you can resonate with that. You're giving this chance, this beginning, this cup. But obviously the chance was given to us by the universe, by the hand of God, the creator. Okay, this is not just a random boop, cup. Okay, this is like a new beginning that you've asked for from the universe, from God, from the creator, to give you But in general sense, this is something that you've built for yourself. This is not out of a whim, out of this is not an overnight success. Maybe this has been, again, maybe you've been planning for this for the last 8 years, and it takes a bold move. There's a sense of fearlessness here, because I think you're going to leave a comfortable life behind. And for some of you, you could be leaving your own family or relationships that have lasted for many years. You could be ending a marriage or a relationship just so you can go for this cup, just so you can achieve this more fulfilling life or journey for yourself. You know, when they say that, oh, you're feeling lost, you see a person who's feeling lost, but then as you look into them, you realize, oh, let's say this is maybe Robert or Michael or John or whoever you are. You can see that they're lost, but as you look into their life, you investigate into their life, you realize, you know what, Robert is actually, he has a good job, good pension, he has 2 cars fully paid, he has a mortgage, and he only has 5 years to pay. And his kids are doing well in life, they're very smart, they play football, they don't do drugs, they don't drink, they're good people, their family is good, he himself is actually from a good family. Well, guess what, it's Robert is more than meets the eye. Things are not what they seem to be. You don't know that Robert has been battling with a lack of satisfaction. Oh, I just realized, oh my god, someone is leaving the Queen of Wands behind. Initially, I thought it was the Queen of Wands. Potentially, okay, initially I thought it was the Queen of Wands, this fire sign that's going to move forward. But then as I just looked at it closer, someone is leaving a person behind, maybe a fire sign, okay, to get what they really want. So what I'm saying is, as I said, going back to our example, Robert, who seems like he has a perfect job. And just to let you know, the Queen of Wands is the most beautiful queen in the tarot universe. So going back to Robert, an imaginary character, people think that he has a perfect life with a beautiful wife, a homemaker, or maybe she herself is doing well financially or has a good reputation. Maybe both of them are from the same family or from a good standing, good background. But we didn't know that Robert is leaving his beautiful wife behind, the mother of his 3 kids, because she no longer satisfy him. She no longer gives him joy the way that she used to. But it's not Robert's fault. It's not Robert's fault. It's just something is going on with Robert. Then something here is no longer satisfying him, giving him the joy of his life. So he's looking for his cup. And he's offering this to himself. He is giving himself this new chance, newly found glory. And just to let you know, as I said, the universe has a sense of humor, and there's no coincidence in the universe. The 8 of Cups is actually leading to 9 of Cups, and it's automatic. 8 of Cups going to 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is the ultimate fulfillment and joy. Spirituality, emotional aspect, and sometimes sexual, because of the shape of the cup. That is according to the tarot, in tarot universe. And look, 8 plus 1 cup is 9. This is what I'm saying when I say the universe, nothing is random. This person, whoever is leaving something or someone behind, potentially leaving a fire sign, ideally, doesn't have to be, or maybe leaving a beautiful woman behind, they're going for their Ace of Cups. They're going for the love of their life. Now, the love of their life doesn't have to be another person, but it could literally mean to say the life that they've always wanted, the life that they're fighting for. Remember the energy of the farmer who didn't want to give up the fight. because it's his ancestors' legacy, or it's his dad's legacy, and he's not giving up the fight because this is his truth, and this is what brings him balance, and he created this for himself. Okay, so oh, very deep, very deep, very profound. Okay, 20 minutes. I'm going to end this very soon. Anything else for Scorpio or whoever is watching this reading? Anything else? Sun. See? This is what you get when you fight for what you truly want in life. Happiness, joy, vitality, a sense of something new, a brand new beginning. This person could be thinking of having a child, okay? Because the sun represents fertility as well. Let's see what the sun is for you. Yeah, as I said, this person is moving to the love of his life. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be for some, but it could literally mean to say as the love, the life that he really wants. He or she really wants, because the Queen of Wands could be the one that's making the move rather than someone leaving the Queen of Wands behind. But this is something that I don't think I can clarify this further. So just take two possible theories, that the Queen of Wands is the one moving forward and leaving something, or somebody's leaving the Queen of Wands behind. So Leo, Aries, Sag. And when I clarified the sun, the vitality, source of joy, something new, we found finally the Nine of Cups. This is a journey towards the ultimate fulfillment and joy of this person, and they're not going back. They're not going back. Something in them has risen, like a bread, the dough where you put the yeast. Something has risen, so this is the Archangel Raphael. It's like a major announcement, bringing this dead energy back to life, like a withered plant that received further nourishment, hydration, food, and then now it's like, oh, the sun is up. Look at this. The sun is up. The sun is up. Whatever has withered is now coming back into full bloom. I don't know what this is, but this is related to your joy, destiny. I'm hearing the word destiny. Look at this. Look at this. The Hangman flipped upside down and has become the King of Cups. Maybe this is you, Scorpio, or you could be a Piscean energy as well, or you could be dealing with a Pisces. This is like a major turnaround, like literally a major flip upside down. It took a long time for this energy to unfold, to gain maturity. As I said, I think it took maybe many months or years. Maybe this is someone who has worked in some kind of industry that they thought was their destiny, and then now they're like, oh, you're leaving all of this behind. You're leaving your house, your position, your benefits. Your benefits are good, John. Why are you leaving? Because it doesn't make me happy anymore. Major turnaround. Whatever has died, or whatever you thought killed you, is now becoming nourished. Okay, there's a nourishing that's happening here. Okay, good luck. That was a very deep read. Good luck. God bless.